Živjo, I'm here. Welcome back to my channel. And let's look at all of the books that I've read in November. Now, I didn't read a lot in November, which the reason for that is I already mentioned it when I was setting up my bullet journal, that I was a little bit in a reading slump and I started to play a little bit of games. So yeah, I didn't read much. I read only 3 books for this month. But this year I didn't put any goals how many books I need to read for this year. Because I don't want to pressure myself. Reading is supposed to be fun, relaxing. Reading is supposed to make me feel any type of emotions, depends on what type of a book I'm reading. Not some type of a goal how many books I need to read, like it's some type of an achievement. I think it's an achievement just to read books and remember the story, the characters, and how the book made you feel. I think that's far more important than how many books you read through a month or through the entire year. So yeah, this is my little setup, and I read, I have to say, which is the first book, we'll get into it, that I'm not so happy about it. It's fine, but a bit disappointed. But we're not going to talk about it right now. This is just my little small setup. I'm now getting used to using the calendar thingy. When I started to read and when did I finish a book. But at this moment in November I was starting to feel sick and I just didn't feel inspired. I feel like I need to make the journal and the setup and all of that and make the video, that I'm not exactly happy about the way I set up for each book, specifically for the first one. It's a disaster, and I already felt my energy going down. I was not feeling well, and yes, I end up sick. Maybe you can already tell I still am a little bit sick, but I'm way better than where I was. Sadly, everything that I'm having here, I used it from a store called TEDI. As usual, if I ever have anything that I'm using, like washi tapes or anything, it's either from the store TEDI or from TEMU, which surprisingly they have some pretty nice stuff. And this year, as many probably of you have noticed, is that I am kind of keeping the same theme. What type of a theme I'm doing for my bullet journal, and I'm kind of trying to make the same for my reading journal. So the same color scheme and all of that, and trying to add the same stickers that I did in my bullet journal. This month I read nothing but books, no ebook. I'm hardly even listening to books. I think I only listened to 2 books this year. That's it. But yeah, this month, all books, 3 books, 1 from the library, 2 I own. And this sticker, that's like a book, I just printed it out. Just found this on Google and I downloaded it, printed it, and now I'm just sticking to it. I have a different one, like for audiobook and ebook as well, if I end up reading, and I actually like this. But yeah, this is my little setup, and we are about to start with the very first book. Alright, so this is the book that I was a little bit disappointed last month I read Frankenstein, and I like Frankenstein a lot more than Dracula. Now, Dracula is my favorite movie, like the one with Winona Ryder and Gary Oldman. Love that movie. I have that movie. I have not watched the new one, which I'm excited to watch because the actor that plays Dracula, he just shows emotions through his eyes, and I'm just so drawn towards it, and I'm really excited to watch the new movie. If anyone did watch the new Dracula, please tell me how you feel about it. But yeah, the book, it's not that it's bad. I enjoyed it. It's written in like diaries from all the different characters. I really like the way Mina is written here. She's a really strong, smart character. But I want to know, for example, when they made that movie, Bram Stoker's Dracula from 1992, I think that it came out. Where did they get the idea of Mina and Dracula being lovers in the past and him being obsessed with her? Because that did not happen in the book, and I was like waiting for something to happen. Nothing did. Also, I got this book from the library. Yeah, the only love that happened was between Jonathan and Mina, which they've been together, like they were about to get married and all of that. And the horror is being shown mostly through the beginning of the book, which is so, I have to say, the book is nicely written. Like everything that it's written, I can just see it, and I saw it as the movie from the 1992. And there were certain changes. Like I said, there was no romance between Mina and Dracula, so I could just tell a little bit things that were different, basically. So yeah, that was a little bit of a disappointment, but certain things did a bit like dragged on and all that. I think the only romance, I don't think if you could call it romance, is that Dracula visited Mina, he bit her, and now she became connected with him, and throughout that they could find him. Throughout Mina they could find Dracula to end him. That's basically it. It's still fine. The book is fine. It's just like I was just waiting for that romance. How did they pull romance between Dracula and Mina when it's not even in the book? But okay. The movie, the old one, fantastic. The book is fine, just a little disappointed, and at times, because it's a classic, I'm not used to this type, the way it's written, you know, and it did feel a bit boring at certain parts. I still enjoyed the book, just not that much. I enjoyed Frankenstein a lot more. The second book is the final book of the series. This is SCYTHE and SPARROW, and it was fine, but my least favorite from the three books. My absolute favorite would be Leather and Lark, then it would be Butcher and Blackbird, and then it's this one. And I don't know, it feels like it was lacking something. But the story is, of course, this is dark romance. This is friends to lovers, forced proximity. This is between Fionn and Rose. So we did meet these characters from the first and second books, so we know them. Just this is now their story. Now Rose has been living in the circus, working in the circus, and I like why she is a serial killer, or why she is attacking specifically men. Is because not only is she like a motorcycle baddie, but she's also doing tarot card readings, and many women come to her when they try to have this reading. That she found out that a lot of women suffer in the relationship with their husbands, like there's domestic violence basically. And the way she helps, the way Rose helps, is by something happened to their husbands, so they're free now from their husbands. Because divorce is, that's not gonna happen, because there's a chance these women might end up dead because of their husbands. But yeah, Rose is not exactly good at ending someone's life the way Blackbird is and Lark. So she made a mistake and it didn't go well, so she broke a leg. Actually, she didn't broke a leg. The person she wanted to end broke her leg. And so Fionn was kind of attracted to her immediately, and for her not to stay in this weird, it's not like a trailer park, because she has a broken leg and she has to go up and down the stairs and all that, he offered for her to live with him because it would be easier for her. Of course, the feelings start to get in, and they didn't want this to ruin like their friendship because they were getting really well together. So they do end up being like friends with benefits. And Rose, being this really, well, the serial killer, kind of awoken the dark side of Fionn, that he just realized that he is not so much different from his older brothers, which if you read the books, you know what they're doing. So he kind of embraced his dark side, and knowing the past of between what happened to his father and how his father died, we know now that. Not gonna spoil it. But I do like that this is like one happy family of, well, weirdos and serial killers. And Rose, the only thing I have to say, Rose was extremely lucky to find Fionn. I mean, she told Fionn what she is doing, that she did try to kill this person, or that she did kill him, and you need to help me get rid of the body, which he did help. She's lucky that he didn't like call the cops on her to lock her up for what she's doing, is because he has these two older brothers. They're doing the exact same thing, doing illegal stuff, and she just got lucky. And that's it. A bit of a dumb thing to say to someone without even knowing them, that they would be fine with what you are doing, like killing people and getting rid of their bodies. But yeah, there was just something missing. I didn't feel it in this book. Like the first two books, so good. This one, something was missing. I still enjoyed it, but not my favorite from the series. Now this is the last book that I read for this month, and that is Funny Story by Emily Henry. I really like her stories, her books. It's always something new, something different, and I really like the way she writes her characters and the situations that are in it. So this one is, of course, romance, fiction. This is fake dating, I guess friends to lovers, also friends with benefits before they started to, confess their feelings. Okay, this is crazy, this story. Imagine that you are with this partner for a really long time. You're planning your wedding, you have your wedding dress, everything's set, and in a month or two you're about to get married, and your fiancé tells you that the wedding is off because he loves his best friend, who is a girl, that he promised her that there's nothing between them, but now he's like ending it with Daphne to go with his best friend, and he wants to marry her instead. And that best friend also has a fiancé, which she is leaving him as well. And so Daphne and Miles are in this thing. This is how they met, where their both fiancés left them for each other, and this is how Daphne found a way that she needed to move from that apartment where she lived, and not apartment, house that she lived with her fiancé. I think his name was Peter. And she asked Miles, do you have another bedroom I could, to be like roommates, because she can't stay here. Because Peter, her ex-fiancé, told her if she can move out in a week. Can you imagine that? What a dick, Anyway, at the beginning they didn't go, they hardly communicated, talked. No, I mean, that's the same thing as talked. They didn't hang out. They didn't do anything together. They just did what they did with their lives. Of course, they had heartbreak. Each was trying to heal from the heartbreak in their own way. And Daphne was already planning, like, when summer is over, she has this plan. She works in a library where this readathon is over, which is like the peak end of summer or something like that. She would move back to the different state to live with her mother, because she left everything, her friends, her family, everything just for her fiance, and moved to where his family is. She left everything behind. So that is really hurtful, that you then have to leave because you chose your partner, right? And then your partner does something like this, but you just left everything behind for them. That is such a low blow for Peter. He's an a-hole, okay? But yeah, so Miles, well, Daphne told Miles that she will move back. He told her, no, you're not. I'm going to show you the beauty of this place and what it had to offer, because Peter didn't show her much what this city or this place has to offer. And that Miles is going to make her fall in love with this place and all of that. And they more start to hang out. They saw each other as friends. Of course, feelings got involved. And then what I also like is these two characters are not. They have a really bad past. Specifically, their childhood is not good because of their family and things that happen. And they kind of bonded through that. Like, and they try to, yes, because they have trauma and all of that, I guess that's where you also make, or you will make, certain mistakes in your relationships. I love the way they work that out. Of course, they end up together. And the funny thing is, Peter and Petra, the ex-fiancés, they didn't get married either. They split up because they just noticed that they are actually not very well together, and these a-holes were trying to get back together with Miles and Daphne. The nerve! The nerve! But yeah, I love this book. This book is a winner of this month. Absolutely love it. And so that would be all. That is my reading journal for this month. These are the 3 books that I read. I really hope you enjoyed my little video. I hope I didn't spoil. That's something that I need to be careful what I'm saying. I think I might said something that I spoiled in this video. I'm very sorry. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Please write down which books did you read if you are a reader. And yeah, I hope to see you in my next video. Ciao, ciao.